Y'all can say what y'all want to say, right? But as a spiritual woman, it's very alarming to me if my spouse is out here planting his eggplant into any other whatever, right? It's very alarming from a spiritual perspective because he's coming back home with all those demons and that death attached to him. He's bringing all that shit home to me, unsuspecting. That's not fair. I don't want your demons, right? If you're going to be out there doing whatever, especially if you're married, understand you are under contract if you like it or not. Spiritual contract. As above, so below. A lot of y'all cry Christian. Adultery. Right? What is the price for sin? Right? So when we're making these spiritual contracts, we have to understand. We have a spiritual man. That's why y'all go to church, to feed y'all spiritual man, so that he can remain upright. The 10 Commandments, y'all should post them somewhere. If you're a Christian. Right? Because you don't want to break those. Right? You're going to go to purgatory, you're going to go to court, spiritual court. You're going to be tried and sentenced. And then something in your physical life is going to be manifested in some type of loss, pain, misery, some type of hell. Because that's what you signed up for. Right? You got to understand, it gets deeper than you think. Watch what you say. Curse. Watch what you say. I remember one time I said something about somebody. My father said, "Oh, you want to be funny?" I said, "Oh, let me let you experience what she experienced since you think it's so funny." I spank my ass real quick. Right? Yeah, be careful. Be careful. A spiritual man is just as important. And when you say I do, make sure you mean that shit. Make sure you mean that shit. Right? Not unless you marry a floozy just like you and y'all both cheating on each other. It don't matter. Y'all both going to the depths of hell. Might as well go together. But if somebody's upright and your person's down, you hold on for as long as the Most High tell you to, and then you let them go too. Because they got to experience the karma for breaking that spiritual law. Adultery. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Even the Most High said that's a problem. There's a problem with that. And just because you separated from your spouse, I don't care if you separated 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You should have went on and got that divorce before you laid down with someone else. You should. Right? And people be like, "Oh, you just tripping and that's just a piece of paper." Shit. I know this lady, she was married and she's laid down with another man. People start dying all around her. I know another one, she laid down with a married man, body filled with dis-ease. I know another one, and one of them, shit, kept getting in accidents. Now her body ain't never gonna ever be the same. The other lady, alcoholic, drunk, all types of shit happens because you signed up for hell. Because you willingly said, "I'm a Christian," and then you willingly broke a spiritual principle, and then you thought that since you didn't see anything, because you're not a true believer of the Most High, you just play at that. You're just playing a serious game that you didn't think was very serious at all. I could just say it sounds good, right? Then you realize, maybe that's why my life is in the shitter, because my spirit man is dead. Then you go to church thinking that they're going to help relive your spiritual man. Relive your spiritual man. They're supposed to. But they're not getting in touch with your real childhood trauma, your real hurt, your real pain. No, just give, which is cool, but you're not in a position to give. You're broken. So you're pouring from an empty cup, right? And it's just the same cycle over and over. Ain't nothing changed. You're still doing the same shit that you can't stop, but you've been going to church and you've been doing the same shit for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You don't want nobody to know about it. You still embarrassed if somebody found out that this is what you do. If this is what you did, you'll die. Exposure will kill your ass. Because you're so concerned with what other people think about you. They gonna talk about you. Let me let you in on something. I don't care what you do. They are going to talk about you. Yeah. They're going to get in chats and groups and laugh and key and point out every flaw they think that you have, or they think that it bothers you. So it should bother, since it bothers them, it should bother you. You don't give a fuck, right? Let them talk, right? But they're going to talk about you. Now what? It don't change nothing. Don't change nothing. Right? Let them talk. Right? That spirit man is very important. Marriage is very important. No, I would never give my spouse permission to cheat with anybody. I don't sleep with girls, so I damn sure wouldn't want to help him take care of one. And I damn sure wouldn't want him out here giving money, time, energy, effort to any other relationship when the one at home needs lots and lots of work. He should have focused more inside of his own marriage, not trying to save the world. Even though our job, it's got a fine line there, right? But I'm saying being overly friendly, huh? She need $1. She better go ask her mammy. She needs what? She better go ask somebody else. He need what? Huh? Certain things we just don't do, right? Right? So when you're married, I don't care if y'all like, well, we're going to invite somebody in. We're agreeing to invite this person in. We're a married couple. We're going to invite somebody in. So y'all going to go to the pits of hell together. Because it's still adultery at the end of the day. Right? So if you're going to say that you're Christian, a lot of times I be saying being a Christian is too expensive. I can't afford to give you 10%. Why would I do that? I'm giving, I give. There's other ways to give, not just with your money. I can give you something more valuable than money, right? I can give you $10, or I can give you something that can help you make 10 million, just with a word or something. There's many ways to give, right? But I told y'all a long time ago, since y'all refused to work on that spiritual man, and you sit in church, even though you know last night you did some stuff that the Most High saw you do it. Hello? The Most High, the God that you say you love so much, he saw you. And he saw you go to church, put that mask on your face, and pretend in front of man that you upright. And he saw what you did. And if it ever made the newspaper, if somebody ever found out what you did, you would be so fucking embarrassed. You would rather just crawl under a rock and die if somebody knew how you behave before you put that mask on and march your monkey ass into that church and be fake. In front of who? The Most High. That's the funny thing, because once again, you like to play church. You like to play. You love God so much, and you sit your broke, poor ass, spiritually poor, huh? In church, giving all your money because you think that make you look upright. Because you got money, you must be upright. A lot of criminals got a lot of money. Huh? A lot of criminals got a lot of money. Don't know God. At least they don't pretend that they do. But you the different type of fake person. You play on the Most High, right? You play on church folk. That's what you do. Yeah, you. And then you got all these people in the church. Your every word. They hanging on your every word. Don't know that road is wide. And you right at the head of it. Right? You right at the head of it. Lying. But I'm going to tell you again what they say. This is something that my brother said, and I appreciated it when he said it. He said they sit in the church giving all their money, not understanding that there is no crime in robbing the dead. Right? So when they say dead, they saying spiritually dead. You sit in that church with all those dark, nasty secrets eating your ass up on the inside, but that mask that you gotta wear, you can't take that mask off, because if somebody really knew who you were, they'd be like, that's really you? You would be so embarrassed if they really knew who you were when you took that mask off. So you sit in church hurting, full of pain, about to get out of church, go back to hurting, full of pain, hurting everybody else. But Sunday, put that mask back on, right? With all that pain. Yeah. So yeah, married, and you want to cheat. Married, you want to have threesomes and all that other stuff. Just understand. The price for sin is death. And anytime I call myself Christian, serve the Most High, and I got 10 commandments, and I break one, I put myself in spiritual jail. As above, so below. You will experience some lack in your life because you signed up for hell. And hell is hell. Right? Hell is hell. So we got to be careful and understand. If you ain't feeding your spiritual man, right, that means you ain't working on change. You ain't working on becoming a better person. What are you doing? Nothing. Causing chaos and confusion, just like the demons do. You know, the ones that can quote all the scripture. Put on that mask, but then you see them somewhere else, and you be like, I didn't know you were a prostitute. I thought you were. I didn't know you. Don't tell nobody. You don't tell, I won't tell.